EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with the foghorns sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Sideline is Sean McVay. These guys appear to have figured things out as of late, 4-2 over their last 6 games. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. To get this one started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved? Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this
a throw left sideline falls incomplete. 4th down now, and San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
36-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
3rd and 1.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Gets through and now an opening. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Rams offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their 2nd possession. And he's been one of the main focal points of this unit throughout the season, no doubt. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL in terms of receptions by a wideout. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And the Rams at 7 and 9 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And last week was a bit of a nail-biter, a 3-point victory, but it's also the kind of game that reveals a team's true character. They fought all the way and came out victorious.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
8-yard pickup. First down, Los Angeles.
He'll look to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
They're going to look to throw. He's got room to roam. And finally down at the 9-yard line.
That's another Rams first down.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to move back in front.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Gets past one man. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing and then throw in the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have the 49ers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he will find his man on the outside. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
The first carry here for Jordan James. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. James. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Niners first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
At the 16-yard line.
On the ground, it's James. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Woods. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Touchdown! Jelani Woods, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Set to kick off.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Rams offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Rams first down.
And this is incomplete.
And that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That is caught. It's Williams. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
18 yards. That's good for a Rams first down. First and
Another
10.
catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They go play action here on first down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Rams.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Touchdown, Rams! From 4 yards out. And the Rams have yet again retaken the lead. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 17-14. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Niners offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards, the final tally.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They run it with James. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's James. And the ball is knocked over at the 24-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll run on first down. James. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
That's another 49er first down.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From a yard out, as they have taken the lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Looking to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They'll look to throw here. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
A 9-yard touchdown ground as his guys have now moved out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Gets around him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the 49er first down.
Back to throw again. He's got Ayuk once again. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Well, clock running as he's brought down, but now you can't spike it. It's 4th down. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Here we go, the final weekend of the regular season, Week 18. Sort it out Sunday. Let's get to sorting. Our trip around the NFL starts now at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. The Steelers at home to take on the Jaguars. And here's the Steelers running back. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. From there, why don't we go out to the space city of Houston, looking in on the Texans as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And here's the home team's running back. A deep shot down for the touchdown. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans hosting the Chicago Bears. And this is the Titans quarterback. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. The Titans finish the season 8-9. They get the victory in Week 18. With that, a look at how things stand, the playoff picture in the AFC as the season draws to a close. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Oh, able to avoid him. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The 49ers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now back to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 20. And the 49er first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Here now a 3rd down and 8.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for our Rams. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Rams 1st down.
They'll set up the throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass on 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
At the 12-yard line. A 6-yard pick.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown! A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And they'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Oh, I don't know if it's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart. And that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They go play action here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Screenplay set up for Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Carlson on for the PAT. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 38-yard line.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first first time this game, multiple defenders in there to drop him. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they're getting their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Niners on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Will fire this deep for Ayuk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Fielded just inside the 20. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Up the middle, it's Williams. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
17 yards.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Rams.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Rams have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Seibert on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here is complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. 2nd and 11. And a quick throw. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9.
They'll drop the throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Number 23. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 32.
Back to throw again. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. Hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. At the 27-yard line.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
First down.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll keep it himself. Just past him at the 45. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for the Rams, they get the victory in the season finale, but it will still mean a sub-500 season as they finish at 8-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time.